You know, people think that the hardest part of being a safety coordinator is knowing OSHA regulations. It isn't. Really, it isn't. The hardest part is carrying the weight of everyone else's safety while trying to satisfy the employees, the supervisors, production managers, upper management, and OSHA all at the same time. And after more than 20 years in safety, I can tell you this: burnout is real. Burnout of safety coordinators is very, very real. There were days when I walked in to the office and at the plant, on the production floor, on the job site, depending on where I was working at, and I felt like I was the only person that was actually looking for hazards. Have you ever been there? You ever done that? Felt like you're the only one that ever cared about it, and you're the only one that's looking for things that could possibly go wrong. It happens. It happens a lot of times. Some mornings I actually had an accident investigation before I had breakfast, had safety meetings before we ever had lunch, and workers' compensation paperwork before we went home at the end of the day. Every safety coordinator knows exactly what I'm talking about. So I want to talk to you about 5 things, reasons that safety coordinators have burnout. Okay? Let's start with number 1. You're expected, we'll say it, number 1, you're expected to fix everything. You're expected to solve all the world's problems when it comes to the production floor or the job site. You're expected to fix everything. Did you know that, whatever happens, you're expected to fix it? Everyone owns production, but nobody owns safety. If something does happen, somebody gets hurt, an incident takes place, an accident occurs, something goes wrong, who do they call? You, safety coordinator. They do. They really do. You are the bad guy. In a lot of places, unfortunately, you're the bad guy. And they look at you like you're the police. Why do we want to call the police out here to take care of this? We'll take care of it. And that's, unfortunately, a lot of times that's the way you're looked at. You're looked at as the bad guy. Here comes safety. Managers think that what you're doing is slowing down production. Whether it's in a facility and people are working on actual production, or you're out in the field working on water, wastewater, pipes underground. You're slowing down a lot of times that production work. And you constantly feel like you're being caught in the middle, right? Next, you're responsible for everyone. You carry that responsibility home. You wonder a lot of times, did I miss something? Did I overlook a hazard? Will everyone go home tonight? That mental load that you're doing right now is totally exhausting. It's heavy on your shoulders. Next, number 4, is the paperwork never ends. Training records, you have to constantly have an update training records. Whether you're doing it manually, whether you have a database that you're using of some sort, training records have got to be updated, and they need to be updated immediately. Maybe you're making out certificates. You might be making wallet cards, whatever the case. But they have to be done immediately as soon as the training's over with, or you get behind. Incident reports, near misses. Are you logging near misses that take place? What about OSHA logs? That has to be updated constantly. Audits, meetings, inspections, corrective actions. We've done root cause analysis on a particular accident or incident that took place. We understand what happened, why it happened. We've put in corrective actions. Now, are those corrective actions working? How do I close that loop to ensure that what we're doing is the right thing to do? People outside your profession rarely see how much administrative work really is involved. They very seldom see it. And number 5, nobody notices when you're doing it right. Am I right? When safety is working, nothing happens. And sometimes that's the hardest success to explain. That one thing right there, that's the hardest to explain to people, is when it's going right, when it's going well. You can be in all the management meetings in the world. Every month, you're in a management meeting, you're talking about safety, you're doing your part. But when safety is going well, I actually got laid off from work one time. Just a short story. Working for a food distribution company, we went from one of the worst in the nation to the very best in the nation. And what happened? I got laid off. I joke and kid with people, and I say I worked myself right out of a job because nothing was happening. Everything was going well. So how do we prevent burnout? How do we prevent it? Get out of your office every day. Just get out of the office. Go do something talking to employees, building those relationships instead of policing people. Build those relationships. Relationships aren't built, as you know, in one day. It takes time. But when you get out there and you build those relationships, people open up and people talk to you. And it gives you the opportunity to even be better at your job than what you are now. Train your supervisors to own safety. There's a part of that they need to take responsibility for. Celebrate the small wins. Celebrate the small wins. That's a good one. It don't have to be expensive. It don't have to be anything to do with money. But just, taking somebody by the hand and saying, thank you very much for what you do. Or bring their name up in a meeting. Might be something you want to put on a wall. That this person or that team or that section of production, at what they're doing to make safety right. Accept that you can't solve everything today. You need to accept that one. That's a big one. Accept that you can't solve everything today. And the last one, take care of yourself. Numero uno, take care of yourself. So I want to end with this. If you're a safety coordinator watching this, I want to know something. The work that you do matters, and I want to hear from you. Everything that you do in your organization, it matters. It matters to everybody, the employees, the supervisors, production managers, senior management. It matters at the end of the day. Tell me what you're doing. How are you doing it? Is there something that you're doing that I haven't mentioned that might benefit other people? Let's talk about it. Most people will never know the accidents that never happened because of something you're doing. Right? They'll never know the lives that you quietly help protect. But your work matters. Okay? So I'm going to close again in this. Stay safe out there. Stay observant. Take the time for yourself. And stay sharp for safety. Take care.